Bad Boys Ride or Die is the Will Smith and Martin Lawrence mega blockbuster action-packed movie that will show the moviegoers that the best way to make an action-packed movie is to have an all-out action-packed movie that will have you at the edge of your seat. We will dive into the movie review of Bad Boys Ride or Die as one of the best movies I have ever seen so far this year. Bad boys, what you gonna do when they come for you? Produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, starring Will Smith as Mike Lowrey, Martin Lawrence as Marcus Burnett, Vanessa Hudgens as Kelly, Eric Dane as McGrath, and Ioan Gruffudd as Lockwood, or as known as Mr. Fantastic.
Read?
The movie starts off as Lowrey and Burnett are late to Lowrey's wedding, but Marcus needs to make a pit stop to get some snacks. Marcus has 90 seconds to get his snacks, but is interrupted by a local robber. They took care of him and drove like a lunatic to Mike's wedding, which he is married to his physical therapist. They have a small dialogue and even give greetings to the late Captain Howard, who is played by Joe Pantoliano. After the wedding, everyone is having a great time when Mr. Fantastic shows up, who is running for mayor, and their boss, Rita, who is played by Paola Núñez, to congratulate Mike on his wedding. All of a sudden, Marcus passes out and was rushed to the hospital. Marcus had a dream and see his captain, who gave him an advice. Seconds later, Marcus wake up from his dream and in the hospital and decide to go on the top of the roof and do some weird things. A scene later, Marcus and Mike went to Marcus' house and see Reggie eating all his snacks, just like any greedy neighbor would do.
Greedy bastard.
Since the Marcus family have hid all the snacks because Marcus has to watch his diet, Marcus gets paranoid and craving for some snacks. The villain, who is played by Eric Dane, which is McGrath, shows up to some old man house asking for a lot of money. The old man questions McGrath, but then gets blackmailed and he suffers a serious casualty.
Excommunicado.
News break out that the Captain Howard was part of a crime syndicate, which Mike took it so personal to the point that he and Marcus went to the police station to address the boss and Mr. Fantastic. Mike believed he was set up and decided to do his own investigation.
It's a setup.
So Marcus and Mike went to bad boy legend for Detroit pitcher John Salley, who is played by Fetcher, to get some information. He gives them information but later executed, and then a shootout in the club. The shootout ends outside with Mike having a panic attack trying to chase down the criminal, but was saved by the bell by Marcus for getting flattened by a car. Now they decide to visit Mike's son Armando, who may know about the Captain Howard setup. He warned them, but later had to beat up some inmates because they tried to shake him in prison.
Not a great plan.
Marcus and Mike's plan is to take Armando to another area to protect him and fly him there, but is foiled by McGrath and his flookies. The good news is all three of the men survive. The bad news is there's a hefty bounty on their heads and everyone is after them, including Tiffany Haddish and an old friend, DJ Khaled. What's worse is the FBI agent, who is led by Lady Judy, is on high pursuit. Basically, they are Miami most wanted.
On America's Most Wanted list?
Mike and Marcus and Armando head into this dude's house, who is fooling around with Kelly trying to find some information. They found out McGrath is behind everything and always a step ahead of them. However, Marcus' home is invaded by 15 McGrath men. When they warned Reggie about it, he completely went John Wick mode to defend his family and beat those guys like they amateurs. That's got pretty good. Another problem is someone is finding out their information and know every move they make, and Mike warns his boss Rita about who's doing it. She found out that Mr. Fantastic was the one who was giving all the details about everything.
You sneaky little bastard.
What's worse is Mike's wife and the FBI agent's daughter was kidnapped. So Mike and his Miami Avengers decided to take them down at a weird location where it is highly known by a powerful alligator. As a result, guns blazing, tons of action, cars blowing up, changing from first person to third person view, and even Mr. Fantastic was, well, he was the next Eddie get a lunch. I guess he could not scratch Andre on his way out of this one.
Good riddance.
So Armadillo went on to save the FBI daughter, and we have a final showdown between Mike and McGrath. Mike's win the battle, save his daughter, and the Captain Howard case has been solved. The next day, at the barbecue in the park, Mike and Marcus was having a small debate about who should do the barbecue cooking, but Reggie showed up with his own food to barbecue. Mike and Marcus argued for a bit, but remember that Reggie went John Wick in that house.
It's John Wick.
Beat no 15 guys, and they let him do the cookout. This movie is straight up action-packed movie full of explosive, gun blazing, car chasing, and some military style John Wick fighting. Very impressive of the movie that kept me entertained throughout the movie. Martin Lawrence at times was weird since he was being a comedic part ever since he fell off at the wedding, but at times trying to be do too much. Will Smith, well, he's played a tough guy who was driven to not let no one kill the captain legacy. Besides, he had to do it, especially his last encounter on stage at the Oscar, where he was known as the slap around the world.
Oh, wow! Wow!
The story was simple. Find out who framed the captain and protect his legacy and trust no one. Eric Dane as the villain McGrath was pretty good and was pretty ruthless, and you can see why he poses a threat. And sneaky Mr. Fantastic, who played Lockwood, played well because he was trying to play both sides of the fence. This is by far, for the first time I have ranked this movie this high this year. I am giving this movie 9 stars. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to see this movie and what your thoughts. If you want to see more future reviews on this channel, press a like, share, and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next movie review.
We ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life.